once again everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this week's video I'm going to be doing a art supply haul for you. I know some people don't like art supply hauls, so feel free to skip this one if this is not for you. I'm going to start this video off by doing my normal disclaimer. I am an artist, it is my job and my hobby, so I do buy a lot of art supplies to try out and to do projects and things. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're like, oh, this is a lot of art supplies for one person, because I do hear that a lot, but I like to experiment and try new things with my art, so that's why I tend to buy a lot of art supplies to try out new things. So just keep that in mind as you're watching. So now that that is out of the way, let's get into the art supply haul. I'm going to start off with kind of the more uninteresting things and then get into the more fun stuff. I have a little bit of everything. There's oil painting stuff, watercolor supplies, sketchbooks, papers, new kinds of stuff that I haven't tried before, and some replacements of things that I have run out of. So let's just hop right into it. Alright, so I'm going to start off with some regular old pencils. I got some new of my favorite pencils. I recently was looking to draw something and realized that I was out of these, so I purchased 4 more. This is the Prismacolor Varathon in Crimson Red. This is the one that has the eraser. This is what I do pretty much all of my sketching in. I just like this one. I like the color a little bit more than the whatever red Colorase. I used to use that one, and I still do use that one occasionally, but I prefer the Crimson Red. I just like the kind of deeper toned red. So I grabbed a couple more of those since I was out. These were a more recent discovery. As usual with my videos, I'll put links down in the description of what all these things are and where I got them. I got these from Jet Pens. These are the Pilot Color Ano mechanical pencils, but they're color coded and they have colored leads in them. So this is a red, purple, and pink. I tried out the pink last night to do a little sketch, and I really like these. They have 0.7 millimeter lead size, and it's cool that they have colored lead because you don't see that very often, so I'm definitely going to be using these in a couple of videos coming up. I just thought they were kind of cool, and they come in a bunch of colors besides these. So I got some papers as well. This is the Canson XL watercolor spiral bound sketchbook. I usually buy the mixed media sketchbooks, and my current mixed media sketchbook is almost filled. I've never used the watercolor ones before, so I thought I would grab one. The paper is nice and thick and just slightly textured. I think it'll be really good for watercolor, so as soon as my mixed media sketchbook is filled up, I'll probably hop into this one because I really like the Canson XL sketchbooks. If you haven't tried one, they're really good and they're really inexpensive. I think I got this for $6 at Blick, so really inexpensive and they're really good quality. So this sketchbook here, my camera's not picking it up too well, but it is like a really deep like forest green color, and it has this super cute little like gold mountain and moon on it. And this is from Archer and Olive. They make like notebooks and sketchbooks, and I had never bought anything from this company before, and I saw that they were having a sale over on their Instagram a couple weeks ago, so I thought I would grab one to try it out. They say you can use gouache in these sketchbooks, which is the main reason why I bought it, and I definitely think I probably can. The paper is nice and thick and it's very white, and it's really nice. It's kind of like it's more cloth bound rather than like my Leuchtturm, which is more of a hardbound. Like this is hardbound, but it's more of a fabric-y feel to it. So as soon as I'm finished with my current small sketchbook that's this style, I'm going to switch over into this one and try it out. And it's just, look how cute it is. It's so great. I love it. So I'd never heard of this company, and their products seem to be really nice. So there will be a link down below to check these guys out too. So this is a spiral notebook of the Winsor & Newton watercolor paper. I think this is one of the new ones that they just released. I've never tried their watercolor paper, but this is like really nice. It's so, like, it's really heavy and it's really textured, and I don't know if you can see, but all the pages are perforated, so it would be really simple to take this on the go and do like tiny little paintings, and you don't have to worry about ripping them out because the pages are perforated, and I like that. So and for the last of the paper products, I guess, this is a Arches watercolor block over on Cheap Joe's, and they still have this because I just checked this morning actually, because I wanted to see if they still had these in stock before I posted this video. For Christmas they had a set. I actually have the set still in a packaging of the Arches watercolor block, and it comes with a set of Winsor & Newton professional grade watercolors and a brush for 40 bucks, which is a really good deal. I actually bought 3 of these because they're such a good deal, and I use the Arches quite a lot. So it comes with the paper, it comes with watercolors, and this Series 7 sable brush. I generally don't use natural hair brushes, I like synthetic, but I have not tried this, and I'm sure it's really good quality and I will still use it. But so you get the watercolor block, the brush, and then these watercolors, and they are the smaller tubes, but these are expensive. Like, this is definitely worth $40, and it comes with colors that I use really regularly, so I definitely know I will go through these, and maybe part of these will be for my 100K giveaway. And it comes with another little tiny brush too, which is nice that it comes with 2 brushes, 6 watercolors, and a really nice block of watercolor paper. So I had to grab a couple sets of this because it was just too good of a deal to pass up for me. I will have it linked down below. Hopefully it's still available when this video comes out. I don't see why it wouldn't be since it was available this morning, but yeah, I've already used it. I painted this strawberry cake. If you've been following me over on my Instagram, you've been kind of seeing the process of me doing this in my Instagram stories, but this is the first thing I painted in here, and I just love this paper. It's really good. So glad I was able to grab a couple of those sets since I do go through a couple blocks a year. So, I got a new pencil case. Let me pull that up a little bit so it's easier to see. This is a Delphonics pencil case, like the medium size one. It just has my Copics in it right now. I was looking for something a little bit bigger to carry my Copics and stuff in, and I saw this one on Amazon and I thought it was super cute. And it has lots of storage, like it has back pocket, it has 4 inside pockets, and it's really big. And I know you can attach like a strap to it and use it as a purse, but I have not done that yet. But yeah, so I really like this. It's super cute and it's really functional. It has already traveled with me to Nebraska. Back in January I went and visited my sister, and this is what came with me, and I took all my art supplies in it, and it held up really well. So I have a feeling that this will be something I'll have for a long time, and yeah, I like it a lot. And it's a really good quality pencil case. Like, it's really sturdy canvas and I like it. It's good stuff. I bought a really big bottle of Gamsol. I usually buy the teeny tiny like 8-ounce one, and I don't usually go through it, but since I've been painting a lot more, I decided to just spend the $13 at Blick and buy the big 33-ounce bottle. This will take me a really long time to go through, but I will go through it. So I use it to clean my studio sometimes too if I get like paint on my desk. Like, I really need to do it on this desk because it's getting a little bit dirty, but that's how I keep my desk clean. I just put a tiny bit on a rag and just kind of clean it off, and it works pretty good. And this is the odorless one, so yeah, I don't have to worry about the terrible smell. I guess I'm gonna go into the oil painting stuff that I've got since I recently have gotten back into oil painting. Normally, I've only done oil painting with water-soluble oils, and I really wanted to get into doing regular oil painting, so I grabbed this set from Gamblin. This is the student grade set. I grabbed this at Michael's with a 60% off coupon, so it was not a bad price. It comes with a couple colors and a solvent gel that I've never used before, and it came with a hardboard panel, which is what the paints are set in, which is pretty cool because hardboard panels can sometimes be expensive. But I grabbed this set. I haven't used it yet because I just got it a couple days ago, but I got these from Blick when I did my Blick order. This is a color palette that I'm kind of loving right now. Just like a cad orange and an ultramarine and a cerulean and a like olivey green and white. And then this is the iridescent blue-green that they sell. I have the acrylic version of this, and I really wanted the oil painting version. And I did this little ocean painting in this, that like cottonwood sketchbook that I did, or I showed it in an art supply haul like 100,000 years ago, and I grabbed this at Michael's, and I've actually never seen one since. It has canvas boards in it, which is pretty cool. So I decided that I wanted to start using this. So I just did this little practice ocean painting using these colors, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. In addition to that, for that painting, I used this, which is something that I'm kind of obsessed with right now. This is the Gamblin Cold Wax Medium, and what this is it's like, it's wax basically, and you mix it in with your oil paints, and it kind of makes them really thick, so you can kind of like build things with them. I'll show you an example on that little painting I just showed. I'll do like an overlay so you can see it, but yeah, this stuff is pretty interesting. I've seen a couple artists that I follow on not YouTube, Instagram, using this, and I just saw it. I was like, I really want to try this stuff out, so I grabbed the like medium-sized 16-ounce can of this and have been trying it out, and I really like it. If you guys would like to see a video of me doing something with any of these supplies, oil paints, watercolors, anything, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm always up for suggestions. Almost done with the oil paint stuff. I don't know if anybody cares about oil painting, but I do, so, you know. These are more Gamblin oil paints. These are the artist grade oils, and these are the Radiant colors, and I've always looked at these every time I've gone to Blick, and I just really have wanted to try them out. So I just grabbed them when I did my last Blick order, and I have yet to try them out because I just got them a couple days ago, but I'm very curious. They don't smell that bad, which is good. But yeah, these are just kind of like, I wanted something that was kind of pastel, so these kind of looked really interesting, and all the paintings I've seen people doing with when they're using these always look really beautiful. So I thought I would grab them to kind of start my oil painting collection, and they're pretty, so I'm happy. I said I recently went to Nebraska to visit my sister, and she has a Blick that's really close to her house. So every time I go to Nebraska, I go to that Blick and buy things because the closest Blick to me is about a 40-minute drive without traffic. So I grabbed 2 paints and something else, but I don't remember what it is. I probably have already shown it in this video. But I grabbed the Holbein Acrylic Gouache in Lilac because I don't actually own this color. And then I grabbed the Holbein Gouache, the regular gouache, not the acrylic one, in the Naples Yellow Italian. I liked it, and I don't have very many of the Holbein Artist Gouache. I have a lot of the acrylic gouache, but I don't have very many of these, and I liked this color, so I thought I'd grab it. This was the other thing that I grabbed in Nebraska when I was visiting my sister. This is the Daniel Smith watercolor ground, and this is the iridescent gold version. So what this is you can use watercolor ground to kind of cover surfaces that aren't meant to be painted on with watercolor, and it allows you to paint on them with watercolor. And this watercolor ground, I've used a white one before, like a white watercolor ground, but Daniel Smith released some colored versions, and one of them was gold. I think there's a, I want to say there's a black, I might be wrong, but I know that there's like a buff color, but I thought the gold would be super interesting to use with watercolors. I probably will do a video using this. I want to put it on like maybe wood and then try painting on watercolor with that, so something that was kind of interesting and different, and I wanted to try it out. So I got 2 little paint pans here from Schminke. One is the quinacridone gold hue and the other is the French ultramarine. These are just little half pans I grabbed from Jackson's Art Supply. They're meant to go into my 48 set palette as replacement colors for some colors that I don't use as often. So yeah, I grabbed these along with this 48 set palette that I will show right now. So this is the Schminke 48 pan set. I think this is the largest pan set you can buy from Schminke. Some of the colors I have actually changed out, just like I showed these. I'm going to exchange the ultramarine finest with the French ultramarine because I like it more, and then the quinacridone gold's going to go right here. I have a couple Schminke sets, but I really wanted to get the big set, so a couple months ago I treated myself and bought the big 48 set. I've used it quite a bit. You can see the colors that I use more often. I like Schminke because I feel like the colors, they last a really long time no matter how often I use them, because I've used this set quite a bit and it's really dirty and I need to clean it. But I just wanted a more full range of colors, so I decided to grab this and then a couple colors to replace. And as I said, I took out the black and the white because I don't use black or white, and then I've replaced some colors with pans that I already had and kind of mixed it around and made it my own. This also comes with a gold and a silver, which is pretty interesting, and then it has ox gall with it too. But I am very happy with this set. I use it a lot. As I said, I have a couple other Schminke sets, but I just kind of wanted a more broad color range in the Schminke line, and this is something I can take around with me if I ever feel like I need this many colors at once. So here is the portable painter. I actually have 2 of them. I'm going to be doing a full video on this soon. I was just kind of waiting till I was getting close to 100K so I can do my big giveaway, because one of these will be part of the giveaway prize. As I said, I'm going to be doing a full video on this. Steve over at Portable Painter contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a review, and that was a while ago. And I've been kind of waiting to post that review up to when I could do the giveaway along with it. So that's something that will be coming up shortly for my channel, and I'm really excited about that. I got the Viviva color sheets. These are very similar to the Peerless watercolors, which I also own. I kept seeing a lot of people saying that these were really good, and they're so portable. Like, look how tiny this is, and it's also super cute, which I appreciate, like the packaging. So I'm going to test these out. I know that the ordering, if I remember correctly, is a couple months out, and I had to wait quite a while to get my hands on these when I order them. So I have not tested them out yet, but I'm very curious to see how well they compare to the Peerless watercolors, because I do like those quite a bit, so I'm curious to try these out. So I have 2 more small things and then 1 bigger thing that I'm gonna have to move my camera to show you guys. This is a set of the Princeton Neptune watercolor brushes. These are some of my favorite watercolor brushes ever. They're really nice, but I only owned like 3 of them, so I saw this set on Amazon and I decided to get it because these are all sizes that I don't have in this line, and I actually don't own any brushes that are an oval wash at all. So I decided to grab this set because it was pretty cheap, and I really like these, so I don't mind having a couple extras of them to use. So they're really good watercolor brushes. They hold a lot of water, and they work really well, and they are synthetic, so no animals were harmed or anything like that, and yeah, they're really nice. So if you're looking for good watercolor brushes, you could try these ones out. They work really well, and they're pretty affordable. So this was kind of an impulse buy that I grabbed when I got the Arches sets that I told you guys about. So I got this from Cheap Joe's. This must have been some type of Christmas gift set. It is the American Journey Petite Studio watercolor set. There were a couple different ones of these. I don't know if they still have these, but if they do, I'll link them down below. But it's just a set of 4 watercolors, a brush, and a porcelain palette. I was really surprised to see that this palette in here is actually porcelain, and it's not plastic. Usually sets like this have a plastic palette, but this one is really nice quality, and I always like having good quality porcelain palettes around. It came with a brush, and then 4 colors. A raw umber violet, a quinacridone, burnt scarlet, yellow ochre, and danthrone blue. I only own yellow ochre of these colors, so I'm very curious to try these out. And I like that this little booklet has a color wheel of the colors that you can make with this. So I might do a video using just these colors just to kind of show an example of what you can do with a really limited watercolor palette. And I've never tried the American Journey watercolors before, but I've heard really good things and I've always wanted to try them. This set was really cheap. It was probably 25 bucks, and it comes in this nice box, so this would have been a really good Christmas present. But I bought it for me, so, you know. Alright, so this is the last thing in my art supply haul. This was actually my Christmas present from my mom this year. This is a Daler Rowney art sphere, so it's like a big board that's on like a ball joint that you can use to kind of set your papers on to kind of flip it up so you're not slouching over your desk all the time. And that's a problem that I have a lot, is I slouch all the time. So I asked for this for Christmas. We couldn't find it at Blick when we went in January when I was in Omaha, because that's when I was going to buy it. So my mom bought me a gift card, and then I just purchased this for myself as my Christmas present from her. It's already getting kind of dirty because I've been using it a bit, and I really like it so far. It can be set up either horizontally or vertically, and these little pegs can be put down here. It comes with another one too, but I have it set up so it was vertical because I was working on that strawberry cake painting that I showed at the beginning of this video. But this is great. If you have a problem with slouching like I do because I sit at my desk all day when I'm working, this is a really good way to kind of remedy that. But as I said, it's on like a ball joint, and then it can be moved with this wood. There's like a wood handle right here, and you can turn it and kind of manipulate it to the angle you want so that it helps you when you're drawing so you're not slouching all over the place, which I really appreciate. It's really nice. I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to be using it in a couple videos. Alrighty guys, so that is it for my winter art supply haul. What art supplies have you guys been enjoying lately? I always like to hear what other people are using because it gives me an idea of new things to try. And as always, there will be links in the video description below to all the things that I talked about in this video, or at least all the things that I can find. Sometimes I can't find things again, so sorry about that. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like, it helps to support me a lot, and please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in a little while for the next video.